Hi guys, today's video is all about how to create a budget. It's going to be a very simple outline just to get you started. So the first thing you want to do is have your bills when they're due. The due date, the minimum payment, or the average amount they are per month if it's more of an electric bill, and have that written down. And then on a calendar, you want to write down what days you get paid and then when each bill is due, so you can visually see what paycheck should go with which bills. So if you have a irregular paycheck, then take the lowest amount that you've received when you do your budget. Make sure that your monthly income is less than your bills per month. Otherwise, you may need to sit back and reevaluate. Is Hulu really worth it? Is Netflix really worth it? My husband and I went about a year and a half without Hulu or Netflix. We pretty much just watched our DVDs and, yes, VHSs. So, while we were, figuring out our budget and stuff like that, we cut back all expenses that we didn't need to. Next step you want to do is figure out what paycheck you pay that bill. So you could split bills. For instance, I split our rent. I used to split our phone bill, so I take half from one check, half from another check, and then just pay it when it was due. If it's an automatic amount, say due at the end of the month, and you have extra at the beginning of the month, put that money off to the side and either pay the bill early or wait for it to automatically withdraw from the account. Just make sure you put it back in so you're good to go. Let's see, another thing you want to do, you don't only want to budget your bills. That's the number one mistake. You also want to budget in food, gas, and spending. Those three things are bound to happen. And food, I mean groceries. Spending is what's going to include your fast food. So budget realistically. Don't budget what you want. Don't eat out every single day right now and then all of a sudden say, oh, your spending's only $40 a week. Because that's not going to be realistic if you're eating out every single day, plus any other little things that you might need to pick up or want to pick up. When you're budgeting for food, I have been living off $100 per person for the month, so $400 a month for food. That would include any dish soap, garbage bags, any household items that are needed. So that's a goal that you could always strive for, but at first make it realistic, make it what you and your family need and are spending on groceries. So since you're gonna spend all that anyway, it's better to budget it in and have exact numbers versus just swiping the card, swipe, swipe, swipe. We thought when we first started a budget, we thought we only had to budget our bills and that as long as we ate on the dollar menu, it was fine. Okay, well, that did not work because we were living paycheck to paycheck and we brought in $90,000 that year and we struggled a lot, which you could read about that even more on why having a budget is important on my blog, so you guys could check that out. But you just want to make sure that everything is budgeted because you'll swipe, swipe, swipe like I said, and you will find out you spend $400 in fast food a month. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So keep an eye on that. The last tip I have for you is to just make sure you keep your financial goal at the top of your list. You always want to have that in front of your face so you remember why you want to stick to a strict budget. The easiest way to stick to a budget that I found was to use the cash envelope system, which there are tons of videos on that. You pretty much take any expenses like your food, spending, and gas and pull it out of the account, put it in cash envelopes, separate cash envelopes, and be able to keep track in there so you don't go over your amount. That's the easiest way to do it, and that's the way that I highly recommend. We've been doing that for 2 years now, and I will make another video too going more in depth on cash envelope systems and a way that I was using it the past couple months that I absolutely love, where you only use a single envelope. I seen that from Jordan Page from funcheaperfree.com. So absolutely love her. She had some wonderful tips, but I will do a video on that too, on different ways that you could budget. There are so many different ways, whether you want a spreadsheet, whether you want to do the cash system, whether you stick strictly to credit cards, well, not credit cards, your debit cards, which I don't recommend unless you're really good at budgeting and you have really good self-control with that. So there are your basics for creating a budget. So you just got to play around with the numbers a little bit, but that's a good way to get started. Lay it all out on a calendar, see what's happening, budget it out, make sure you're not strapped one check, but you have tons extra on another check, and just make sure you budget in all the extra spending, food, and gas. Okay, I hope that helps, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.